Yo, 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 y'all know what time it is, man. It's a great new year to be waving. Shout out 2026, man. I am back with another one, man. Hottest in the city. It's the Walker. You know what I'm saying? Luka Flywalker, Luka Skywalker, the walking flame, walk on flames. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. New year, new goals, new wave, new feels. Y'all already know how I'm coming through, man. What's goody with y'all, man? This is for the Flames on Wheels. Look, check it out. I want to tell y'all, first of all, thank you for everything with 2025, man. Everything y'all did with support, whether it was my YouTube shorts, whether it was my new music videos, whether it was Flames on Wheels, whether it was my posts, whether it was my albums, whether it was my songs, whether it was anything involving me. I appreciate all the support. Look, energy is on 400 million this morning. Because it's a new year, it's a new wave, it's a chance to be better than you were last year. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I want to tell y'all, obviously everybody knows beginning of the year, everybody hits the gym. Everybody knows it. But yo, keep that up. Keep that consistency up. And work on new ways of being healthy. I told y'all about the breathing techniques that I've been doing at the gym, and it's really taken over and giving me the ability to really lock in and get really good pump, really good workouts. You know what I'm saying? And as a result, I'm gaining a competitive advantage over people that are not doing what I'm doing to stay healthy. Therefore, I have more longevity to continue to doing what I'm doing. Because at the end of the day, what makes the money, what makes everybody chase the walking flame is my voice. And I have to take care of my breathing so I can continue to have a good voice to give y'all good music. You know what I'm saying? And give y'all this presence of who I am and give you strength every day. And you know, I gotta be a strong frame to give to y'all. So health is top of my priority list. On top of that, one of my New Year goals, I'm slowing down / cutting out a lot of fast food. I really want to slow down on some of the fast food. Here's how I am, right? I'm gonna just tell y'all, and y'all might relate. I'm always on the go, like always on the go, whether I'm recording, whether I'm mixing, whether I'm at work, whether I'm coaching, whether I'm watching, like whatever, I'm always on the go. And so like for me, like fast food is an easy option because it's like boom, 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 it's there, and then I can just get it and go. The problem is, right, I've been reading this book. Y'all know I'm big on books. You know what I'm saying? I've been reading this book called Hooked. It's about 5 years old. Good book. It talks about stuff that I kind of already know, but the thing about it is, like, it talks about how, like, the fast food industry, you know what I'm saying, is, like, planted all throughout, you know what I'm saying, and how, like, how all these different foods and things have just been mass produced to make us feel like we have to have them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a convenience for these readily available places for us. So one of the things that I'm really trying to do is I love fast food. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking any fast food of any type. I'm just saying I need to eat a little bit healthier so that I can give all of me to all of y'all. You feel me? Like health in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Cutting out fast food. All this stuff comes down to just being a better overall person, overall core, so that I can give y'all the best version of me. I can slow down some sicknesses. I'm trying to get on more like different types of supplement in terms of like vitamins and stuff like that. And really just trying to take care of my overall health. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I got a great album coming out. I'm really, really excited about this album. Like this, I'm telling y'all, this is going to be bigger than Sacrifice. Sacrifice was big. We did 2,000 streams in the first week with Sacrifice. Like, I don't tell y'all my stream numbers, but that was the first week with Sacrifice. So like, look, that for me, that's impressive, right? This Tattoos from the Pain is going to be even bigger. I'm telling y'all. because I've been working on more intrinsic stuff with mixing and just getting a little bit more technical and stuff, trying to really perfect my craft. So I really put a lot more effort into Tattoo from the Pain, and I think y'all are really gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? And without getting into too many different types of mixing techniques, what I did was I've increased some of the bass in this album. You know what I'm saying? I've brought the instruments more out a little bit. Typically, I have my vocal very forward, and my vocal's still fairly forward, but for this, I wanted to give y'all a little bit more of the instruments, give y'all a little bit more of me. I have one song on there that's really, really gonna be cool. It's called Against the World, and it just like, it talks about like my life and OCD and just how like it's you versus you, but at the same time, sometimes you feel like it's you against the world, you know what I'm saying? And you just gotta rock it, you know what I mean? That's just like, so just like, that's a really cool song that I just laid actually yesterday. Got the whole thing mixed, mastered in under an hour and a half. So it's just like, I'm really in a good zone, giving y'all some really special music, you know what I mean? And I'm super excited about it. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all know kind of like where I'm coming from in terms of my age, but age is just a number. Like, I'm still wavy. You know what I'm saying? I still come in like I'm 23, 24, 25 with some of my sound. Like, y'all don't know how old I am. You know what I mean? But I'm telling y'all, like, age is important. Health is important. Like, everything is like, as you continue to go into a profession, your brand, your face, you have to understand like time is of the essence. You know what I mean? Because you got to sacrifice your time or you got to sacrifice your goals until your goals become your sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And the same type of thing it talks about with time. As time, you know what I'm saying, ticks, you got to maximize your ability. You know what I'm saying? Because you're always in a race against time, and you're always in a race against your goals. You know what I'm saying? So you got to sacrifice your goals until your goals become your sacrifice, but you're in a race against time in order to do that. So really understanding how to capitalize my time. The other thing we've been preaching on here is just like understanding, take your time, like really enjoy the moments. Like, I'm telling y'all, I don't know if it's the techniques I've been doing at the gym. I don't know if it's the reading. I've been very present in the last, like, at least 2 weeks, I could say, like, just really focusing on just being present and just enjoying being alive, enjoying the air that you breathe, what you hear, what you see, what you feel. Just enjoying those moments, enjoying that time, not getting caught up in, you know, everything that's going on and making the day speed up and anxiety and all this stuff. Like, just relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, try and just escape what you're facing and just be in the present, because all disorders are trying to take you away from the present. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, when you understand that, that's when you can start to really, you know, you can really start beating what you're facing. I was telling a friend of mine the other day, he was like, you know, tell me about your OCD. And basically, like, what I told him was, I was like, here's an example. Let's just say you're in a class, like a class that you're like, you know, super like you have to pass this exam, you have to do it or you fail, right? Let's just say you study your tail off, you know what I'm saying? You work hard, you go in the classroom, you fill out the exam in like 15 minutes, right? But you have to pass this exam in order to go to the next, you know, next course or next grade or whatever it is, right? Pretend you thought that you wrote on the exam that I want to tell you that I have cheated on this exam, and you turned it in, right? Now, a typical person would just be like, I didn't write that. Even if you know what I'm saying? You could be the most loyal person in the world, but this is just an intrusive thought. And then you're like, wait a minute. You go through the exam and you're like, I didn't write it here. 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 And you're going through, it could be 10 pages long. You're just flipping through the pages, right? And all of a sudden you get through the end of it And then your brain goes, oh, you might have missed a page. Then you go back through it again, another 10. Then again, another 10. Next thing you know, you've been doing it for 45 minutes. And what happens is, as you're doing something like this repetitive behavior, right? As you're doing this repetitive behavior, your brain is telling you, like, you got to stop, you got to stop, you got to stop. You're obsessing, you got to stop, you got to stop. But you can't, because you have this spinning thought saying that you have cheated, that you're this bad person, you're going to get expelled, your parents are going to hate you, everybody's going to be against you, the world's going to be against you. You know what I mean? And when you have these, like, thoughts about, like, all these negative things happening as a result of something that hasn't even happened. Like, you didn't write on the exam that you cheated. You never did that. You would never do that. You know what I'm saying? But you still feel like you did it. You still feel like you did it. So you're going to check to make sure that you didn't do it. But you, like, and you never did it, but you still check. It's like, it's crazy. You could be sitting there for an hour of your life, trying to figure out if you wrote on that exam that you did something wrong. An hour. Rather than just doing the exam, turning it in, boom, going on your day, going to the gym, doing whatever you got to do. Going to practice. I had basketball at the time. Like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But that thought feels real. Feels real. That's a bully. How are you going to beat it? I tell you how I would beat something like that. First of all, thought comes into your brain, I cheat. You just say, it says, like, I wrote that I cheated. And then you just, like, you take a deep breath and you're like, all right, let me just think about something else. Then you would focus intensely on the exam, right? So, like, just reread, like, a couple sentences and just be like, instead of thinking, like, I did this, think about what you did right. So you'd be like, for example, like, I don't know, I can't even think of an exam question right now, but just say you're reading an exam question and you're like, okay, I answered that right. Okay, I did that right. I did this right. Okay, everything looks good. You take away from what you think you did and you focus on what's in the present. You focus on feeling the paper. You focus on feeling the pen. You focus on feeling what's around you. You focus on that pretty girl that's next to you. You focus on whatever you have to do to get yourself out of that mind-spinning mindset that, you know what I'm saying, that you did something wrong. I'm being real with y'all right now because I want to tell y'all, like, the reason that I do music is because I still battle these thoughts all the time. But what music allows me to do is it allows me to escape. It allows me to give all of me to give all to y'all. If I have a thought about music, I just turn on a couple beats and I just start writing. I just get lost. You know what I'm saying? And then I just go all in and just give me, like, all of it. It's not easy to do what I can do. I'm telling y'all. You think I'm cocky, but you don't understand. When you have OCD, you have this they call it a bully. You have this situation that contradicts a lot of stuff that you are trying to do, and it takes away your ability to stay in the present because you're so focused on the future of a what if. But guess what? The what if, it's not gonna happen. I could tell you till I'm blue in the face. I could have OCD thought right now and it feel like it's gonna happen, but I know it's not gonna happen. The way I get out of that situation, if I have an OCD thought, is I focus on the camera. I focus on y'all. I focus on the content. I focus on what I'm passionate about. I don't let the future of a bully control who I am and control my life. I don't quit. I'm not a quitter. That's what this is. It wants to make you quit. It wants to make you fall to the ground and push you 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 until you just explode up. That's what this is. When I come on here confident, when I come on here cocky, it's because I've overcome a lot. I've become a special person because of what I've had to overcome. What I've able to do as a music artist, a lot of y'all could not do. And I'm just being real. If you had what I have, could not do it. Most people would quit. And I'm just being real. Most people would have dropped out of school. Most people would have not done music. Most people would have stopped playing basketball. Most people would have let their condition run their life instead of running the condition and controlling their life. You see the difference? This is why I'm passionate about Flames on Wheels. I've had people reach out to me and say, what you say makes a difference, because they go through the same stuff. Everybody has intrusive thoughts. Every single person in the world has intrusive thoughts about something. The technique that I've given you, that I've shown you, that I'm telling you guys every day in Flames on Wheels will help you. Whether you have an OCD or whether you just have a quick intrusive thought that you're trying to say like, oh, that's not me. Like, yeah, intrusive thought comes, boom, I'm back in the present. Intrusive thought comes, boom, back in the present. And the quicker you can go boom, boom, the more successful and the more happy in life you're gonna be. The more you stay stuck, the harder it is to get here. And when we talk about that speed, if you get stuck and you can't escape, right? And you're trying, but you're stuck, right? Versus intrusive thought comes, you recognize it, it tries, and you're quick, like a snake, like you're out of there. Like thought, boom, I'm out. Thought, boom, I'm out. And the quicker you can do this, the quicker you're going to be able to beat just what an intrusive thought is. An intrusive thought, a cloud. People talk about thoughts being clouds, thoughts just being like floating along a river. Like that's what people talk about when they talk about like what a thought is. And a lot of that has, you know what I mean? Like, but my thing is, the longer you spend on that thought or seeing it as a cloud or seeing it as something moving along, the longer you see that, the more it takes away your ability to just be like, okay, like, because what happens is you see the thought going along the river. Now you start seeing the thought a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a cloud. You still see the thought. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, just like seeing it and trying to get away. Seeing it, trying to get away. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's quick triggers. But you can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. I've had OCD of the worst. Like the worst. I thought if I threw a piece of paper into a trash, the whole trash would catch on fire. The whole bathroom would catch on fire. Everything would catch on fire. So what did I do? I hesitated for a long time to put certain things in the trash. I'm just being real with y'all. But guess what? Eventually, I was like, F it. And I just started throwing stuff away against, like, my whole body would be like, don't do it. 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 Did it. Guess what? Nothing happened. But that minute, that second when you're like, you feel like your whole body, you feel like everything, you feel like the world's against you, you feel like everything. But you still got to do it. Again, thought comes, catch on fire, boom, out. Thought comes, catch on fire, boom, out. As quick as you can. Like as quick as you can. And the better you get at this, the better you will be. The other thing is, some of you may need to get on meds. I'm on meds. It helps. It does help. The reason it helps, and I'm going to just tell y'all the reason it helps. And I know I have a lot of experience with these meds. At least 9 to 15 years of experience. When a thought comes, and it feels real. It almost feels like it goes from like the back of your head to like not even in front of you. or to not even to the front of your face, but like to in front of you, to where like almost as if like you're wearing like some type of like, I don't know, but the thought you can like see in front of you like you're wearing 3D glasses. Like you can see it in front of you and that's all you can see. What the medicine does is I'm keeping it real, and I talk about it in my music, like Pop the Zoli, like all these different types of stuff that I like, you know what I'm saying? What it does is if a thought comes, it pushes it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So like you can still feel the thoughts are like they're like trying to push through, but there's this barrier, right? And the thought just can't get to the front of that 3D vision. And it just pulls the thought back until it eventually just dissipates and you go back along with life. That is what I would describe as the power of medicine, right? But when you combine, because let me tell you something, just because you're on meds doesn't mean that's just a simple fix. Because I still deal with OCD stuff all the time. The key is you have to learn how to combine both, right? To where like the med, like thought comes, boom, try and escape. If you can't and it gets to the front of your face and it's just like you feel like it's here, you know what I'm saying? You still like you gotta push through. Like you gotta just like push through. Get through that barrier. You know what I'm saying? You have got to do it. Like it's just like the most. But here's the thing. When you're able to beat yourself every single day, when you're able to see all these wins of things that your brain's telling you you can't do, you won't be, and you go and you do those things and you just accomplish and you just win, nothing can stop you. You would be just as confident as I am. Nothing can stop you. Nobody can stop you. No obstacle can stop you. Nothing can stop you. That's why I always say it's you versus you. Nothing can stop you. And when you learn that, that's when all these things don't affect you. That's when you become your own person. That's when you create. That's when you give what you were brought to the world to do to other people. You are the center of the world. You are the center of your world. You are in charge of giving all of what you've learned through life to other people. And spread. Like that's what you are here to do. And it's like, again, nobody can come in between me and what I'm trying to do, because I've battled myself and doubt all my life. I could go in front of, I'm telling y'all, I know y'all don't, I know I'm just being real with y'all. I could get on stage in front of 50,000 people and not be afraid of one bit. I'm telling y'all, I could. And the reason is because what's the worst that would happen? I mess up. Okay. I have thoughts about messing up all the time. I have thoughts about doing something wrong all the time. But guess what? You know the only way to do it? You know the only way to prove that, to prove against your OCD, is to do it. And I know I'm going to go out there and kill it and have fun and go against all my thoughts and go against all the haters and go against all the doubts, and I'm going to accomplish what I need to accomplish because I've been doing it all my life. When some of y'all hit 30, 40, 50, it's going to be like a whoa. For me, it's not, because I see life different. It's not. I sound like I'm 20, 21 years old when I go in the booth. I'm wavy. I can get on with anybody, any age, and make a song sound cool. Or them, you know what I'm saying? Like the collab sound good. That's just what I do. That's just how I am. Another trick I'm going to tell y'all, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, surround yourself with the youth. I'm telling y'all, a lot of y'all are like, oh, I'm old, all this, all that. Look, surround yourself with the youth. Society's like against that for some reason. They're like, oh yeah, you should just hang around. Like what? Like, no, you need to have a young, youthful mindset. You need to always feel young. When you're 84, when you're 80, when you're 70, 60, 50, 40, you can be mature, but you should still be able to be youthful. You know what I'm saying? Because the younger you feel, the more alive you feel. You know what I'm saying? The younger you feel, the more alive you feel. When I surround myself with the youth of whatever it is, basketball, music, like whatever it is, they teach you so much about the world. Because at the end of the day, the youth, you know what I'm saying, is the next wave of what's happening in the world. And a lot of y'all don't understand that. And by not understanding that, right, you get caught behind all this, like, this facade that, like, you're like against the youth. But it's like, why would you be against people that, like, look at AI. Look at the power of AI. Like, look at this. Like, AI is gonna revolutionary jobs. It's going to change the face of the job market forever in the next 3 to 7 years. Forever. And you're going to be like, how? And you're going to be looking down, and the youth is going to be like, oh, well, yeah, because XYZ, this is probably going to happen, and then here's going to happen. Like, schools, colleges, universities, like, all this stuff that they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different wave. You have to surround yourself with the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they teach so much. Like, for me, a lot of, like, the artists that I deal with, they show me so much on music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hip to, like, all these different types of artists and all these different types of sounds. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like always surrounding yourself with, you know, and if you're 30 and they're, you know, 22 or 23 or 19, like if they got a music wave, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's the next generation. You got to know what's going on. You got to know what's going on. And like I said, some of y'all are just against it. And it's just like, yo, like, one of my best songs, I did with somebody 20. He was major. Like, yo, stop being against the culture. Stop being against the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are just like small things that, like, yo, but this is what separates the elite from people that just watch the elite. There's ways to be successful in this world. There's ways to win. Some of the ways to win, you have to understand. And in order to understand, you have to look at why people are successful, how people are successful. You know what I'm saying? And then go and figure out how you can be successful in this world. There's just so much negativity still going on around. Everywhere you look, it's just still so much negativity. People are struggling financially, motivationally. And it's just like, yo, it's you versus you. Whatever decisions, whatever problems, whatever challenges you're in, you had the ball in your court. You shot the three. Whether it hit the rim, whether it airballed, whether it went in, the decision that you made is a result of you know, the decision that you made started with you. Is you versus you. So going into 2025, or 2026. I'm sorry. Going into 2026, y'all. It's a new wave. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep giving y'all tips. I'm going to keep giving y'all value. I'm going to keep teaching, you know what I'm saying, how to be successful. You know what I mean? How to go against the grain, how to go on these major blog sites, not having a fear in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just having fun. People saying you the worst artist that's ever put on shoes. You know what I'm saying? But you still know you're hot. You still feel like you're on top of the world. It's still you versus you. Who cares what people think? You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm coming in 2026. On fire, man. Like, I'm telling y'all. People always say, like, yo, how'd you get the nickname Walking Flame? I always talk about being on fire. You know what I'm saying? Even my sign, Aries. Like, y'all already know what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm the walking flame. That's what we do. We walk on. But look, check this out. This the first video of 2026, man. Golly. I feel so good. I got really real with y'all today, man. I'm really, really excited about the direction of this podcast. Look, it's the hottest in the city, man. The Walking Flame. Tattoos from the Pain is dropping in a few weeks, and we just gonna keep going, man. The Walker.